Legend of Total War here, and today we've got a 7-year disaster situation playing as the Golden Order, going up against the Drakenhof Conclave, where they are causing mass amounts of leadership penalties on us. I think what's happening is that there's a lot of characters in the area, and even though he's lightning striking this army, he's just got no leadership whatsoever, and they are basically just routing his entire army. It's actually kind of bad that he's on the steam tank, because it would be better if he was on horseback so that we could avoid them, so that I could actually cast spells on these guys here. Obviously, being on lightning strike as well, that causes us to lose speed because we'll be tired. But yeah, look at that leadership. I reckon there's just an absolute ton of them that have Dread Incarnate. So vampire accounts have a trait that called Dread Incarnate that causes, I think, -5 or -4 leadership in the area. And I think they just rolled like 10 of them to cause this much leadership penalty. I'm going to read out the email, get a bit of context here. It says, "Hey Legend, here are a few battles I have going on at the moment in case you find any of them interesting and are still looking for more submissions. In this one, I'm playing as the Golden Order and fighting Manfred. I have him on the run and moved in for the kill, but in the battle, all of my mages run away because the vampires are scary and have followers. The Lord is unbreakable, but he can't hold out for long, so it's a race against time because all of the other units are flyers. Please save my battle." Okay. We're the attacker in this situation here, but I'm not sure if we should back off. Like, that kind of leadership is really bad. Because you've got to keep in mind as well, when you get onto the battlefield, we'll all suffer an additional -4 leadership penalty, and they're all causing fear, and so you suffer even more leadership penalty. So some of these guys are going to run away immediately. But yeah, let's give it a shot. If we can win this battle, we'll get an idea of what else is going on. There's Manfred there. And I reckon equipment could be a big factor here as well. But yeah, basically the vampire accounts have got the one counter essentially to this, because if it wasn't for their shit leadership, this wouldn't be a problem at all. I've got plenty of magic. Please tell me you've got the Death Wizard item on the Death Wizards, or one of them. No, he didn't equip it. Oh my god. Alright, well let's get in and see what we can do. We definitely have the lightning strike. There is no way in hell we'll be able to handle 4 full stacks with this current setup. I also have no idea, like, how much movement he has left. Like, what if we back off and we've got no movement left? I feel like I can win this battle, but I'm sure that, because this is like turn 100, he should have a fair bit of equipment that he could have. And it looks like these are all basically going in naked. So, does make a big difference. Alright, we got to come up with a plan. Alright, we got a few... Okay, alright. It's good that you got these guys here on the ground. Didn't have a choice for some of them. Alright, that's good. We just need them to hide somewhere where they're unlikely to get detected. So if we can... Yeah, definitely don't fire at will. Go in through here. And this one, go this way. We'll try to lure them in this direction. So they got a fair few flyers. Alright, let's see here. A few flyers. Alright, we need to burn through magic quickly and get rid of these Vargeists and him as quickly as possible. Because, yeah, I may have to withdraw him from the battlefield. Oh my god, the margin on that's going to be razor thin. Because if he withdraws from the battlefield, this guy's going to have 2 leadership left. Oh my god. This is worse than Skaven Slaves, this leadership. Not all of them will rout, though. This guy here's got higher lead. Maybe he's confident as a trait. That would make sense for that. Yeah, that would explain the +10 extra leadership. Well, I tell you what, it's good that you got some confident heroes in here, because otherwise, because that would, if you've got, let me have a look here. That's 1, 2. So that would be providing 4 extra leadership. The reason why we can tell that they're confident is because the trait is +10 leadership for the character and then +2 leadership for the entire army. Now, if there was any that were disciplined, it's just +2 leadership for the entire army, so there would be nothing to distinguish them from the other ones. Don't have rally on him. Alright, we've got to send these 2 and the metal wizards. We've got to take out the single entities. So the plan here is to basically Final Transmutation and Fate of Vizuna, these ones here, to just get rid of those units as quickly as possible. If we can gain the flying advantage and then get into the center of the map, if... Oh, hang on. If we use overcasted aspect of the Dread Knight, that can keep our leadership up for 16 seconds. If we have to withdraw this guy from the battlefield. But yeah, you really should have had him on horseback. You made a fucking huge mistake with that. But Legend is on a tank. Got no support for him. It's like, people are so close to making good Doom stacks, and then they're just one thing that they fuck up. Watch out. Don't get too close, Get back in that direction. It's fine. Oh god, look at that leadership. It's terrible. I'm trying to cast these damn spells, but... And of course we're tired. Because we force might. Yeah, you move him over this way. You hold out as long as possible. God damn, that is some bad leadership right there. But... Hang on. That one's gone at least, and we've lured him away. We're not going to hold out for too long over here. Just want to make sure he doesn't get killed. Yeah, they're just going straight to him now. Alright, need to get around him to get ready to... Got some of these. I'm a bit... not sure if I want to use it. Didn't even give him a heal item or anything. Oh, I guess we've got healing with this. I think that guy's gonna go. Yeah. Okay, I want to use overcasted final transmutation here. Hopefully he doesn't die. Because yeah, reducing our leadership like this, that's not good. Alright, like I said, the top priority is getting rid of all the flying units. Oh my god, look at this leadership. Holy shit. Oh god, the exhaustion as well. No, we can't withdraw him from the battlefield. Just about everyone will leave. He has to stay. Alright, well that means you're up next. You have to lure him away. At least we've got lots of spell intensity. That's great. Oh god. Jeez, that leadership is fucking rubbish. Okay, I'm gonna need to send this guy as well to just constantly keep casting that spell. I've used aspect of the Dread Knight. It's not going to hold out for long enough. Alright, he's going to need a regrowth to keep them coming. We've got plenty of winds of magic. Got to get rid of this lord. Oh my god. These guys have stalk. They should be on the ground. That being said, this... Oh my god, the leadership is so fucking bad. Holy crap. Because yeah, even if he doesn't die, we've got to make sure that he doesn't leave the battlefield. Because we'll suffer a temporary penalty of 16. We can't suffer that. We're on an absolute knife's edge here. Oh, no. Watch out. So we've got to destroy his army, but keep that fucker away. Holy moly. So he's got a few of these. Okay, we've got these as well, but I think they're also affected by the leadership penalty in the local area. No banners of swiftness on anyone. So just like massively underprepared for this completely. For turn 100, I reckon he's got shitloads of stuff sitting in the treasury just like not even being utilized. Wouldn't that be funny?
Battle wizard! Amber wizard! No deathly winds.
Okay, I think we've got this battle. Yeah, they're affected by the leadership penalty as well. Holy crap. But yeah, I'd say the worst of this is of it. Make sure you're shooting at the mortar ascension, I think. They're not going to do anything. Yeah, and then when you add in lightning strike on top of that, because we're exhausted, we add in that extra 6 leadership, which you absolutely had to do that. There's no doubt. You couldn't fight all 4 armies. No way in hell. Fine there. We've almost killed their lord. How about burning head here? That sounds like a good idea. Especially with the extra spell intensity. I mean, they've kind of been really stupid now. Oh, God, he got routed. Or was he terror routed? Yeah, just terror routed. If you had any, like, terrifying masks of the E as well, that will stop us from getting terror routed and stop fear effects from happening to us. I want double fireballs landing. Oh, no, he's not coming this way. It's all good.
Seething fire. Summon fire.
Okay, at least that guy has run out of regen now. That's good. We'll need to... Let's see here. We've also got this. Use that in the mortar ascension. Metal magic could be good here. Okay, good. There's the army losses. Let's quickly get in whatever heals we can before the whole army gets wiped out. Because, yeah, you don't get much of a chance to heal after you win against the vampire counts. It's not too bad, though. This guy here buying us a little bit of time. Okay, so we got through that battle. No real harm done. But holy fuck was that on a knife's edge. The thing is, we didn't take much damage, but all it took was just like a tiny little push. Everyone would have routed and we would have lost. Tiny little push. And that's the thing with this army here. Super good at taking out enemy armies. But yeah, not great in melee. And when you take away their leadership like that, holy crap. But yeah, at least now we'll be able to make some adjustments. Okay, so killed that lord. Hopefully he was one of the Dread Incarnate lords. So that should help with leadership. So these guys... I don't know, we'll have to have a look.
More trouble than they're worth.
Oh my god, look at all that. That's got to be an endgame crisis.
An immaculate execution.
Okay. Alright, let's have a look around here. So, 29 leadership. I reckon... Yeah, I think he would have been one of the Dread Incarnate Lords. I mean, that being said, it's a pretty safe bet that all of them are Dread Incarnate. Alright, so we've got a bunch of items. You've definitely got a Banner of Swiftness, sort of right there. Oh, God. Okay, there we go. Oh my god. Alright, so I imagine that you've got the death item. Hourglass of Sorry Sands. Yeah, you got it. Looks like you got everything. So... Actually, let me have a look here. Is there anything... I never really checked to see if there's like a leadership... What if there's one here that provides us with like Unbreakable for the entire army? That'd be really handy right now. I think your money's fine. No. No, don't need that. That actually would be really good. Damage all enemy armies within this area. Everything. But yeah, no, that's not what we really need. Celestial Shrine, we can grab some more movement if we absolutely need to. Restoration, well, that's not the problem. Call of the Wind, so that gives us... that's not what we need. Grant 200 barrier to target army with a light wizard. That could help a little bit. Oh. Stalking stance. Ambush attack, basically. How much movement do we have? Not heaps. Okay. Well, first things first. Hang on. Let me just check this. 89 move points. We shouldn't lose any movements by taking him off the mount. Oh my god, he must have a shitload of items. That fucking lag. Yeah, get off the fucking steam tank. Go onto a horse. Oh my god. Ah, Helm of Draeska. Oh my god, you've look at your equipment. It's like walking into battle naked when you've got an absolute arsenal here. Holy shit. Alright, let me just check your movement. That guy's disciplined. Alright, we actually did lose some movement. It did strip away a bit. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. But we kind of need to because it is a liability to some extent. Okay. Then the next ones we need to take off the mounts are the Grey Wizards. They should not be on a flying mount. They should just be on a warhorse. I counted 3 Shadow Wizards. Thanks for keeping this super disorganized as well. Discipline, that's nice. Wait, you've got all of these disciplined ones in the army, and you still had such bad leadership. Holy fuck! Okay, they weren't all disciplined. Yeah, see, there's a few confidence ones in there. Jesus. Balls. The other Shadow Wizard, where are you? Is that you? Yep. Yeah, because that way if you lose all of your non-stalking ground units, these guys here, they stalk. They, you don't get that penalty. How are you going for arcane items? Because we're going up against vampire counts, I'm wondering, do you have Trickster Shards? It's weird, I'm thinking about that. Yes, you do. Oh my god, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them! And that was really effective when we only had 5, right? So Manfred's over here. Looking at his spell casting, so 6 Winds of Magic for Spirit Leech, 6 Winds of Magic for Gaze of Nagash. Let's go through here, and whoever's not equipped with a arcane item, let's give them a Trickster Shard. My god, the lag. I reckon if you fused a whole bunch of items, you'd significantly reduce this lag. Oh god, they've all got Forbidden Rods. Which actually is less useful to me than the Trickster Shard here, believe it or not. Because I don't need to generate more Winds of Magic. We got plenty. I need for them to cast fewer spells. Because their spells are more dangerous to us because we're bloody cowards. Alright, so... Maybe this is one of the reasons why people quit late game. The lag is just kind of ridiculous. But this was in every Total War game. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, they all got equipped. Okay, and that's a different army, so there was just enough room for all of those. Okay, now we got to find your... Are you the confident one? Okay, you should be given the Helm of Draeska. Well, I guess it doesn't matter if you've got it or not, if you've got that confident. So what I mean is, it doesn't matter if you've got confident if we're going to give you the Helm of Draeska. That'll make you unbreakable. He's got it on Gotrek, which I imagine he's trying to get the trait for him. Then, get the Talisman. I think trying to find needle in a haystack. There it is. Hourglass of Ashari Sands. Oh, Sands, I mean. Oh my god, that's so annoying. I can't just take it. I've got to find where that character is. It's not my campaign. I don't know where he is. It's not this guy, because we didn't have it. Alright, so I got to go through his list and find it and take it away from him. Alright, so he's just gone ham on the death, on just like Wizard's army. Which, I respect that hustle, for sure. You could make them a little bit better, if you knew what you're doing. Let me get your Shadow Wizards. Yeah, you don't have any of them on freaking horse mount. Ugh, doesn't know what he's doing. Yeah, no.
It is time.
Campaign looks like it's going really well. No, so you confederated Nordland with that, because that's the
Master Engineer.
one they start off with. Character. Let's see. Nope. Death Wizard in that one.
The elector counts.
Could use this back and forth, but honestly, I prefer using the list.
I serve the Heldenhammer.
God. What the fuck is it? You bastard. Alright, there it is. My god. Legend, let's see you go looking through all my lists to try to find this stuff. Okay, there it is. There we go. And then we're all down, way down here. Okay. Then this one here gets Hourglass of the Shire Stands. Why did I say stands? Sands. So that gives us unlimited Winds of Magic with that one. Then, as for a hand weapon, what have we got available? Good. We want this one here to have regen. Could also use Doomsinger, but if they use anything with flaming attack, that one would probably still be better. Do you have the midden? Actually, put the. Give you the Doomsinger. That way you'll get regen, so we don't have to use the life magic.
Complacent.
Don't have to, but we could. Okay, back to this one. Because we've still got an enchanted item slot. Legend of Total Item Management again. So, what have we got in here? Yeah, you got loads of Terrifying Masks of E. This could massively help out their leadership. Oh, look, Crown of Command. That actually won't help. The thing is with Crown of Command, yeah, it makes you unbreakable for 30 seconds, but this is why this item is fucking stupid. Even with the extra boost they give to it, it's useless. If you cast Crown of Command on a unit that's already broken, you actually ensure that that unit stays broken. It doesn't rally the unit. So you have to cast it before the unit routes. The thing is, it's only 30 seconds. That's not very long. And then after the 30 seconds, then they just break anyway. So unless you're like constantly cycling through, doing it with all of them, it's just way too micro intensive. You'll never be able to micro that properly with all of these heroes. It's never going to work. It's okay if you're like playing as like Grimgor Ironhide and you're trying to make your immortal, basically unkillable immortals, and you have a couple of heroes with this that just cycle it constantly on that one unit. That's a different story. But when you're trying to cast it on multiple different heroes, then no. Other tricks of shard should be fine, but I'll have a look at what else you've got. Yeah, it's fine. So that'll give us a little bit of barrier with that. I guess if we go with this one here, Barrier of Light, that'll double up on it. Well, it'll have 600 barrier. That would be helpful. Let's grab that. This is not a super important one, so I don't think he's like desperate to use it all the time. Okay.
Grand inventor.
So that way they've all got barrier. This guy here should have maximum potential of 600, but he's damaged at the moment. We'll heal him in the next fight. We can also use the Celestial Wizard to use Celestial Scrying so that we can restore our movement. If we want to get rid of all of these fucking ones here. Let's have a look at the settlement here. Oh my god. If you had attacked the fucking settlements, right? They don't come at you because it's a wall. It's a minor settlement battle. Oh my god, it's so much easier. We'll do it that way. Okay, it doesn't even matter that we got an unbreakable one now. Do I need anything else? I could have actually stayed back on the steam tank. It doesn't matter. We're not really going to need it. Yeah. Just do it this way. We'll have to sack the settlement. Hang on, let me see what level the settlement is. That's level 3. We'll have to sack it because if we occupy it, actually no, if we occupy it, we can use Celestial Scrying to restore our movement afterwards. Oh yeah. Alright, well hang on, don't use up all the movement yet. Attack this one. I should have enough movement to get back over here. But this time we're not going to lightning strike.
If they're wise, they will surrender.
Right. Alright, so we're going to deal with Manfred. The army that was standing right next to him didn't get pulled in. That's the one I was hoping to get pulled in. Alright, if that's the case, just lightning strike it then. Because, yeah, I wanted to get that other one. Alright, never mind. Good, making sure we kill him. That's really important. It's okay for the auto-resolve, no big deal.
Say not that we are unmerciful.
Doesn't matter if there's still a remnant of the army. Main thing I'm looking for there is that the Lord was killed. Because if you ever look now, leadership has definitely improved by about 4 or 5. Yeah, they've all got Dread Incarnate, every single one of them. I wonder if this guy set this up deliberately and like console commanded their traits. I wonder, because it shouldn't happen to have this many Dread Incarnates in one area. Like you'd expect a couple, but like all of them, that's suspicious. Okay, we've got enough movement to get in here. Okay, because that way we could occupy the settlement, Celestial Scrying ourselves, get all of our movement back, and then finish off the last of them. Okay, so yeah, do this. Don't worry about leveling up. I don't think that's going to matter. We don't want to lightning strike this one. Of course, if they come at us, that's going to be a problem. But yeah, we should have much better leadership now. Look, that looks significantly better. We've actually doubled our leadership, essentially. Also, if you got the Vampire Killer trait, that gives us extra 5 leadership. Okay. Oh, hang on. Another thing that I saw, but we didn't equip. How many banners of swiftness do you have? It's under B. Ooh, 6. Boy, what are you doing? Prepare a little bit better. Holy shit. It's good that they've just made it so that we can actually add more than one of the same type of banner on there. That's good. Yeah, like I said, don't need to worry about their equipment. Most important thing here is speed. That's why we don't want a lightning strike, because if we lose speed, if anyone comes charging at us, we want to be able to outrun them. Specifically with that guy there. Yep. Probably want to keep the life wizards and the fire wizards. Yep. Also, I did show everything's on max battle difficulty, right? Yeah. Okay, so... Was Manfred not showing up in this battle? Okay, so they've got... Oh, we also didn't check to see how much Winds of Magic increased the cost. Sorry, I'm scattered all over the place. Yeah, we've doubled his Winds of Magic cost. So from 12 Winds of Magic... Sorry, it was at 6 and now it's at 12. And they have a tendency of overcasting it, so it's even more than that. So the thing that I was going to explain, right... Which I just get sidetracked, because there's so many things to talk about with this one. When you're putting skill points in, see how it says Winds of Magic cost reduction -2 for this one, right? When you're increasing the Winds of Magic cost, it's on its base cost, right? So on the extra 70% would have been on 8, because the base cost of this is 8. So obviously, if you take 6, which is what his current cost was, and then increase it by 70%, it shouldn't equal 12. But the actual maths is you have 8 plus 50%. So that would have taken it to... I can't do maths in my head. That would have taken it to 14? Oh, fuck, man, I can't do maths in my head. It's not one of my strength points. Would have taken it to 14, then you minus off 2 points and bringing it down to 6 Winds of Magic. Right? No, so you're adding on 70%, not 50%. So you're adding on, yes, 8 plus 6, then minus 2. Yeah. Oh my god. See, when I do maths, I can't do it in my head. I have to write things down. I'm not doing that right now. Because I can get the equation right, but I can't actually calculate it in my head. Alright, let's do that. Because, yeah, we'll just round up or down to the nearest one. Because, obviously, 70% of 8 is not 6. It's like 6 point something. But, again, I can't do the maths in my head. Okay, so, because it's a minor settlement battle, we should be able to just take our time. As long as we're not standing near their reinforcement zones. Yeah, take our time and just not worry about it. Now, these ones over here, keep them away from the ones that are your stalker as well. It's unlikely they're going to come out this way. Very unlikely. Oh, they should be on Pegasus Mount. Just because low leadership. Well, now we're at Skaven Slave level leadership. So, okay, maybe. We'll see. Alright, let's get in some heals to begin with. This guy's healing automatically, so just send him in. Because what we want to do is start charging up immediately the last rites. But yeah, if you had identified that they were in a minor summit battle, they don't come outside the walls. Right, not walls. Don't come outside the confines of the settlement, giving us all the time that we want to destroy them. You gotta know the strengths and weaknesses of the game in order to, to really min-max it. And there's so many weaknesses to the AI. There's some situations where like a field battle is like totally unacceptable, where a siege battle would actually make the battle easier. Actually, in most cases, field battles are harder than sieges, because the sieges are terribly designed, obviously.
This way.
Okay, what we want to do is try to rack up as many kills as we can. We need 500 if we want to fully charge this up. Yeah, that shouldn't kill off all of his barrier. Oh, don't mind. But see, look, they're not coming at us. So you had this option. All you had to do is just attack something different. You didn't even need any of the other equipment. Although, actually, the other equipment is specifically this one here is important, because if without this you didn't have access to unlimited winds of magic. But then again, you could have lightning struck it. But you don't want to be lightning striking it because you would have had low movement points, and you want to be able to kill as many of these lords as possible in this particular siege. You only get one of these sieges, because if we sack the settlement, well, we can't fight the settlement siege again. If we occupy it, we're going to use up all of our movement. And then we'll use Celestial Scrying to get all of our movement back. But yeah, he should not have been on that steam tank. You don't have the right kind of army to support it. And so yeah, they're not interested in coming out over this way. Their reinforcements have come in. They don't give a shit. And neither do I. Okay, so the next thing that we should be focusing on...
Wizard ready.
Oh, they got tower shooting us. That's no big deal. Try to get rid of these flying units, because they're the only ones that are really going to give us a hard time. Yeah, another thing. All these banners of swiftness. Like, we had like 100 speed in that first battle. Now we've got so much extra. They can't catch me.
On foot. Swift.
You had all the advantages that you ever would have needed, and you just weren't using them. Legend, why are you roasting him so hard? Be nice.
Going this way. Moving.
Okay.
Set off.
It's tough love. Like, I'm saying it to help.
A path. With haste.
But don't forget, send the safe back. Look, I've never had a single person email back saying, why are you so mean to me? I mean, yeah, you bailed me out of that situation, but you could have been nicer about it. Never happened.
Swift.
Do you know why? Because I reckon 99% of you guys are not a total bitch. And it's that probably less than 1% that's like, oh my god, he's so mean to people.
Going. On foot.
I'm not even that mean. You should have seen me back in 2016. Oh my, holy crap.
This way. Set off.
People got soft.
Wither and die.
Which in turn made me soft. Soft her.
Depart.
Okay. Right, let's get rid of this. We can get rid of it in melee. But yeah, see how they just don't fight back. They expect you to charge at them. Why would we do that? In fact, it may be better to use the Life Wizard instead of the Death Wizard in terms of inflicting damage on their infantry, because Dwellers Below is just better than Purple Sun. We need him to be taking out the single entities. Okay, I'm going to put him on control group 1. You put control group 2. That's not 2. That's not 2 either. Yeah. Okay. So also, since all of their Winds of Magic has been increased in cost, as they're doing their Invocations of Nehek, it's probably costing them, yeah, look at that, 12 Winds of Magic for a single cast of it. So I reckon Trickster Shard on its own, shit. Trickster Shard times 10, or 7 or whatever, pretty friggin' good. So they've actually turned what was originally the worst item in the game It really was a very close competition between the Crown of Command and the Trickster Shard as the worst items in the game previously. The Crown of Command is still awful. They did improve it slightly, but it is still awful. Because its fundamental problem hasn't really been addressed. Whereas causing miscast-based chance on the enemy, that's garbage. But increasing their Winds of Magic cost, that's actually pretty good.
Spirits invoked. Shaiish empowers. This way.
I bet you now I'm going to get like a whole bunch of people message me back saying, "Oh my god, you're so mean to me." This should never happen, but as soon as I mention it, that's when people start doing it. It's okay to overcast because we've got barrier. Also, this one's got a Trickster Shard, so the miscast chance was 0. No chance of miscast. No miscast chance on this one either. But this one doesn't have that on. Go back over that way. I still got a couple of characters over here to heal. So yeah, that's fully charged up, so we don't need him to take out any more multi-entity units. Leave that to the Life Wizard. It's just much better at it. Because I think... Okay, Purple Sun's 11, and this one is also 11. Yeah, so same amount of Winds of Magic, although that does refund a little bit, but...
Death comes.
It's just more powerful.
Going.
Especially with the extra spell intensity as well, we've got 200%. But yeah, your campaign's going very well. You've got most of the map by turn 100, and you got armies just filled with heroes. It's very strong. But yeah, you could definitely tweak him a little bit to be a bit better. You know, maybe get him off those steam tanks. All you need is one Shadow Wizard on a horse. That's, you know, stalking. And then they can't catch you. Wouldn't normally use Fate of Bijuna because it's such a shit return of investment in terms of the cost, but when you've got unlimited Winds of Magic, it's fine. Plus, of course, playing as the Golden Order, we get reduced Winds of Magic cost anyway. So I prefer to kill him before he gets his regen. That's why I'm focusing on one of them first. Hopefully doesn't come back. Because obviously every vampire unit has a chance of raising the dead. Unless it's the one that's inside the settlement, that one's going to die. Because if we get rid of enough of the Dread Incarnate characters, then we should be okay to fight in melee, no problem. Because yeah, that's what you want to do with these wizards. Get them into melee and just like constantly cast like overcasted Final Transmutation. You just kill off all the single entities. Straight away. And have them equipped with items such as like Glittering Scales and Tormentor Swords. Anything that reduces the enemy melee attack. So they don't dish out any damage to you. Trickster Shards actually... No, so the other Trickster Shards really good for as well. Strip away their resistances. All types of resistances. So that's good. Still a fair few units to come in. But like I said, we're just not under any stress at all. All he had to do was just go for the siege. Didn't even need a lightning strike. Maybe finish this guy off first. In fact, even using this as a overcast might be overkill. You might not even need it. Yeah, that 2 Winds of Magic, which is reduced in Winds of Magic cost thanks to the item, so it would have otherwise been 4. Because yeah, if you get that to 2, whenever you cast this, you actually get more Winds of Magic back, because it costs 2 and you get 2.6 back. So we get 0.6 Winds of Magic back every single time we cast that spell. As well as just the passive 0.1 per second. That's just bonus. And it's especially good in a siege because they just sit there. They're not running around all over the map. Yep, they can't catch us now. And even if they do, our leadership is better. Well, this guy's unbreakable, obviously. But yeah, I'd rather not press end turn with him equipped with that, because there's always that 1% chance, which for me would be like 20% chance of it getting wounded, because you guys know my luck is absolutely terrible. I have to make up with, like, when you worship the god of cheese, it comes at a price, and that price is luck. I have the worst luck in the world, so I just make my own luck. Go into the casino, put $1 on black 10 times, lose 10 times in a row. Oh, they've got an archer unit. Not for long. Yep, fully deleted there. Nice. So, yeah, Fate of Bajuna is not great, but it kills it quickly. And we've got plenty of wins, so it's fine. But that barrier is really helping out quite a lot. I wasn't aggressive enough with this one, and he got a good amount of his healing back. Doesn't really matter, because got unlimited magic. Well, he got most of his healing, didn't get all of it. Alright, well, they're still bringing in more forces, so that means they've got, oh my god, there's another one. They've got 40 units on the battlefield right now, so they've still got about 60 remaining. In total. Which means we've only killed about a full stack? That doesn't sound right. Then again, I've been trying to focus on particularly dangerous... Oh, it's not unkillable. Yeah, Helm of Draeska makes us unbreakable, not unkillable. It's not the Helm of Cain. Which actually, that is an item that the Hives can get. Which doesn't make you unkillable either. But does actually make you unbreakable. Actually, the Helm of Cain is better than the Helm of Draeska, except for the trait that you can potentially get. That's a really good trait. So, yep. I'll call them off. Okay, cool. There's no flying units here now, so now it's like the easy part. So this guy goes after the single entities. And especially ones that provide area effect healing. And anywhere where there's a decent cluster of infantry, you start clearing them out. That's not going to work out so well. I have to go kill him. Actually, no, I've already started on this Mortis engine. It regenerates, so it'd be better if we got rid of... Actually, you know what? Bring this one in. Actually, go into control group 2. Yeah, you go into control group 3. Because we want to be casting Spirit Leech more often. Basically alternating. Alternating it. Because, yeah, the winds and magic we got is fine. You don't want to cast it on the at the same time, unless you overcast it. You can use both at the same time if you overcast it. So once that's finished, then use that one. And then when that one's finished, this one goes in. And that way it just uses up less of its regen. Of course, another thing you can do is use Fireball on it so that it regenerates half as quickly, but whatever. Okay, time to get rid of him over here. Actually, you know what? I reckon we could go into melee with him. He's just a necromancer. His combat stats aren't that good. Yeah, he doesn't even want to fight us. And of course, because single entities, if they refuse to fight, you can't properly connect on them. All we're doing is humping his back. So that's freaking useless. Oh well. Kill him the old-fashioned way. Yeah, with magic. Good. Alright, these actually don't have regen because they only regenerate while in melee. Because they got the hunger. Alright, you go and sort that out over there. So much easier than the first battle. Holy shit. They just don't fight back. All they have to do is run out here and kill all of my, or rout all of my heroes onto the ground. Which of course would run away from them as quickly as we could. But that's what they should do. But they're so obsessed with doing what they're programmed to do, I guess. Stay on the ground and hold this position, even though it has no real value. Of course, if we lured them all out and then ran back in it and captured all the points, we could win the battle that way. Seems like they're clumping up pretty well over there. Okay, we've almost got all their reinforcements in. We don't have to kill out every last one of their units, because our bouncer power is really quite good. We will, we'll probably inflict an early army losses on them. I can't see any reason why that wouldn't happen. I don't need him anymore. I don't know what's some damage to him, but just some tower. Actually, no, just come back over here. So, units like Crypt Horrors are a bit of a pain to get rid of with Spirit Leech because they regenerate. And it's also not really worth that much. A whole bunch of corpse carts in here. Let's focus on getting rid of them, especially the unholy lodestone that provides regen. So that's it, just cycle it. So 2 winds of magic for this one, but 4 winds of magic for the other one. So this guy here, he doesn't generate more winds of magic, but it's fine. Yeah, see that way it dies and it hasn't used up much of its regen. That's what we want to see. Good. Okay, that looks pretty good there. So I wanted to wait for them to stand still, because that would be the best time to do it. But they're moving around fairly erratically. It's fine, even if we only hit 1 unit. You know, unlimited magic. We can take our time. I guess it'd be good if we did it a bit quicker. Okay, another thing I could do, I guess I should do it, is use the Arcane Conduit, not Arcane, Forbidden Rods over here. The thing is, each one of those will probably only generate about 3 or 4 winds of magic, but you know, it's better than nothing. Yeah, that actually gave us quite a lot of winds back. Okay, got rid of them. Alright, they've almost got all of their units on the battlefield. What the hell are you doing over here? Oh, right, that's a different one. Thing is, the reason why I'm not focusing too much on their infantry is because they're low value. If we got rid of all of their infantry, it won't cause the army losses. They've got too many sort of monster units that are high value. We have to get rid of as many of them as possible. Still try to get rid of the infantry, just not the primary focus. Because normally when I fight this kind of battle, where I'm just using magic, we've got a limited amount of magic. And so usually you can get better bang for your buck aiming at infantry. But since it doesn't matter about how much bang for buck we use, it's just quicker to go after them. See, does it? I would not have made that cast if magic was tight, because that's not high value at all. One unit getting wiped out, even if it is a grave guard. Okay, that should pretty much delete that entire Blood Knight unit, especially with 200% spell intensity. Add that for extra measure. Alright, they've got one more unit left to come onto the battlefield. That way we know that they've got 40 units at most remaining. So obviously a unit of Black Knights is going to be worth a lot more than getting rid of a bunch of zombies. Or skeleton warriors for that matter. Vargulfs would be worth a fair bit. So we'll go for them. Okay, they've got another flying unit in. Alright, let's go sort that out. So this should be the last one. I don't think anything more is coming in. Another fucking Mortis engine coming in. So if you're thinking, why not getting close to it so you can use the other Trickster Shard? It only strips away resistances. You can't have a negative resistance of anything except for fire, but we're not doing fire damage right now. That's got spell resistance, so yeah, we definitely should get close to that one, and that strips it away. Good. Good. It's a very high balance of power unit. So it's definitely worth it to focus on getting rid of it before it uses up a lot of its regen. Just, again, waste of spirit leeches, essentially. What they can do with the Mortis engine is bring it close to these Vargulfs or any other sort of single entities so that they can give them somewhat regen. Just a little bit. Right, I reckon the army losses is actually very close now. Because we've wiped out at least half of their army and have been focusing on all their best units. Also regenerate this one. Alright, we need to get rid of this unholy lodestone because it has an area effect regen ability. Passive. Again, you gotta wait until it finishes casting before you do it. Because if you cast them both at the same time, you don't get it times 2. It's the same spell. Will not stack. Unless you regular cast one and overcast the other. Because then it's 2 different spells. Alright. So 50 winds of magic left. Still playing our music. Well, I don't know why it wouldn't. But we've actually strengthened ourselves in this fight. Came into it damaged. Okay. Just throwing spirit leeches around everywhere. So yeah, that one's getting all the kills. This guy got a lot of kills. Well, we use the Death Wizards to take out the single entities. And the monsters. So I'm not trying not to go after the Cryptoras because they got regen. I can't be bothered and they're not that high value. Try to go after the things that don't regenerate. Just a better use of our wins. This army lost those Cryptoras. There's not that many of them. It's gotta be soon. Unless there's like a whole bunch of high value units that are hidden somewhere that I can't see. It's like direwolves aren't worth shit. Mongols only regenerate while in melee, which is why I'm targeting them. I'm actually really surprised that the Amuletus hasn't triggered yet. Like, there's just garbage left, that's all. There's nothing good. Surely about 78% of their bounce of power has been stripped away. And towers don't count towards balance of power, so destroying them isn't going to do anything. Apart from them getting to stop shooting us. Not that that's a huge concern. I can't really see any high value units remaining. It's all low value everywhere. I'm low on wins, but all we gotta do is just wait for the last rights to generate it. Oh, also we've got these, we can pick up a bit more. Good. So a couple of life magic castle heal whatever small amount of damage we did to us thanks to the forbidden rod, but it gave us a good amount of magic back. I am very surprised the army losses hasn't triggered. There's gotta be some high value unit that's hiding around here somewhere, like a mortis engine or something. It can't just be whatever's here. Because this is all just rubbish. There we go. Maybe there was something. It doesn't matter. It's gone now. Just gonna do that, because I think this guy here is just a tiny bit damaged. I'll never get to him in time. Just casting whatever shit spell I can, get life bloom going in. Or maybe I will be able to get to him in time. Doesn't matter. He's basically healed anyway. This will speed it up a bit. Oh my god, they're not shattering. Well, not yet anyway, because they shatter at minus 55 leadership, so we're just gotta wait till they just shatter a bit more damage. Overcasted Doom and Darkness will finish them off, but should be fine to do that. Even the zombies held out a little bit though. The spell didn't hit that one. No damage. Yeah, it takes a bit of time, but it's very easy. Now, we occupy the settlement, use Celestial Scrying so that we reset our movement. Because we only had half of our move points left, and we kind of lost a little bit when I switched the mount. And then you just, like, hunt down the rest of these vampires. Don't give them a chance to pile up on you. Especially if we actually keep the wall here. This is a really bad army for defending a settlement.
I shall begin modifications.
Oh, I didn't check to see how many of the lords actually got killed.
Sagacity.
Well, one of them definitely got killed because it was inside the settlement. Alright, so looking at their leadership, it is a little bit better. You know, when we were first looking at it, it was like minus 14. Sorry, it was at 14. So now we boot them up with this.
What is your wish?
Wait, what did I do? Oh, hang on, I did the wrong thing. I actually hired another... Whoops. Oh my god, what an idiot. Supposed to be doing this. Oh, now you got another wizard. Sorry. That was my bad. That's just full-on noob mistake. Okay, so then we get our movement back at 135, which I feel like we had more than that, but when we switched the mount, maybe that was a bad idea, especially since we didn't actually need to do it. But I didn't know that was a minus settlement battle. Okay, so that one's probably Dread Incarnate. Got to go in the opposite direction to deal with it. If you have a look, yeah, see, that's retained at being a minus settlement battle, so hero spam is really bad for holding onto... Especially flying hero spam. Holding onto something. Because what they do is just go in there and cap all the points, and you don't have any capture power when you're flying. So with that one, there's not a big deal, but the rest of these armies, if they send too much at you, it would be a big problem. So, I don't think we need to worry about our equipment any further. But, we still haven't fought Manfred yet. So now, let's fight this one here. But not Lightning Strike it. We don't need to Lightning Strike. Oh. There was a fucking army in ambush stance. But you know what the funny thing is? Our army is not susceptible to ambush. Okay, well that's fine. I did not know that there was an army there in ambush stance. How about that? So there's another one! Another fucking army in there. I mean, it was only a small one, because it's the one that did it. Oh my god, how many bloody Dread Incarnate armies do they have here? Thing is, in the location that we're standing in, it's jungle, so I could have just gotten really like I said, even if I did get ambushed, like they don't have any fast units to pin us down, we would have just run out of it. It literally would have made no difference if we had got ambushed or not. The wrong type of army to be actually succeeding on an ambush. Okay, so once again, these ones, you just don't want them anywhere near them, and these ones here, keep them hidden. But if we have to withdraw them, it's fine. Yeah, totally fine. In fact, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to withdraw them, so there's just... Actually, this one stalks, so I don't have to withdraw you. Actually, I'll throw them in this corner over here. They'll probably eventually find us. That's okay. And yeah, we've still got all the good items on this one. Don't need to do any healing this time. First thing we should do... Yeah, let's take out single entity. So let's get these guys over here. Single entity killers. And he's... It's a little bit cheaper for him, but we've still got the Trickster Shards equipped.
Hearts will stop.
Right, let's get that charged as well.
Death's foreseen. Sigmar guides me.
I doubt that he's going to be casting at that very moment, but who knows? You never know when he's going to be casting. Okay, since we've got an overcast on him, I can regular cast it and it'll stack. The other one had just expired anyway. And because we've got speed banners. Oh no, I don't have speed banner on the Metal Wizard. But it doesn't matter because he's about to die anyway. He's already got the wounds, so that reduces his speed by a bit.
Curses of Shaiish.
Get them a bit more this way. Yep. And you guys over there. You want to stay far away from the trees, because they don't go looking. They go looking in the trees. They don't go looking on like in the open plains, because they don't expect you to be there. All right, we still haven't charged up this ability yet. I don't need the metal wizards anymore. I just wanted to get rid of Manfred with that. They can go back over here, especially because they're not that quick.
Spirits invoked. On foot. Creators. Curses of Shaiish. At speed.
We'll try to put it like a little bit in front of them so that if they decide to walk forward, which they usually do, they actually walk into it. Try to predict where they're going to be, not where they are. Which, yeah, they walked right into it, so that's good. Okay, so that's 2 of their lords down, and this guy here, we can fight him in melee and that'll be fine. They haven't started advancing over this way, which is... Yeah, are we the attacker or are they the attacker? No, they're still the attacker, I think. Actually, I have no idea. Maybe we're the attacker? I'm not sure. It doesn't matter.
Death comes. Spirits invoked. Creators.
All good. They're sending a bunch of them over here. It's like they know where we are. I don't think they do, though. I can't see where... I never moved them, did I? No, I did. Maybe they're just trying to search through this forest.
Death's foreseen. Spirits invoked. Wither and die.
Someone killed this guy off here. Well, why don't we just send... Put them in control at 5. Just go into melee with them. Oh, hang on, this guy's in... No, he's all good.
Depart. Creators. Battle wizard. Untamed. Wizard ready. Set off.
Cool. Might as well use the summons. I didn't use them in the previous battle. Not like I needed them. Plus, if that pins them down, it makes it easier for us to get them. Now, if they had any brains, they'd actually land, because then I'd get stuck on the ground. But they're not. They don't have any brains.
This way. Grave danger. Amber wizard. Swiftly.
Okay.
Blow deathly.
It's good to see that our guys aren't just like instantly routing now. Never equipped those terrifying masks of E.
Quickly.
They definitely would have helped, but everything's working out fine.
Door knocks. Wither and die.
Nice blob forming there. I'll take it. Oh, could also use fire magic. I didn't think about that till then. Because yeah, that's cheap as well.
Wizard of death. Creators. Ready for war.
Oh, you should get away from the trees. Okay, I reckon we land. Because they don't have anything left now that's dangerous to our single entities, and we're not going to instantly rout. Hopefully they'll now converge in on us here to come and fight us. They discovered these two.
Imperial inventor.
Yeah, here they... Hang on, not all of them. If these
Engineer.
two could just go back into hiding.
My
And they
education continues.
it's a bit of a weird spot for hiding, it
A
seems.
new view.
Hearts will stop.
See, this is how they would normally function, but the leadership was so bad, but now it's fine. I'm just going to withdraw them from the battlefield. They're just being annoying. Oh, this guy's on fire at will as well. I'll just withdraw him. We'll suffer a temporary leadership penalty, but it's not going to be so bad like in that other battle. See, we're fine.
Curses
They are starting to rout a couple of our guys, just a little bit. We're okay.
All things must wither.
Yeah, we're not completely out of the woods yet in terms of our shitty leadership. But since we're in the center of the map, we get terror routed or whatever, we've got plenty of opportunity to rally. And our unbreakable guy, he's not going anywhere.
Seething fire.
And we've still got the Shadow Wizards. Right, get him back in there. That leadership penalty should be expiring very soon. Could use aspect of the Dread Knight to provide a bit of extra leadership.
wither and die.
Last 32 seconds. Okay, that actually works pretty well, I think.
Arcane master. Ready for war.
I reckon this cast here will finish them off.
Death's door knocks.
Nope. Guess not. Okay, that's fine.
Ready for war. Seething fire.
There we go.
Deathly wins.
Cool. Maybe a tiny little bit of damage on our guys, or maybe not. Okay, maybe. Oh, no. Okay, I think it's just a tiny little bit of damage. But it's all good. Everyone's fine. Alright, see how many of the lords we wiped out. So with 3 lords against us, because one of their armies was... One of the armies we had already defeated didn't have a lord attached to it. And Manfred was in that battle. He could revive, because that's the first time I think we fought him. I think. Yeah, because the first time he was present in the lineup, we had Lightning Strike. And he got pushed back. He did come back, though. That one's dead, so I'm assuming that's another Dread Incarnate gone. And yeah, so 1 out of 3. That's not great.
More trouble than they're worth.
But still, 1's better than none. And our army is working out pretty damn well. And that used up next to none of our move points. There's also another big army over here. Here's the thing. If we come over here, we'll have to force march to be able to get back to this point.
Wherever my craft is needed.
Okay, this one here is kind of in the way, so maybe if I got rid of him, I can get over here without using up so much move points. I could probably just auto-resolve those two away. Again, looking at the leadership, it does appear to have improved a fair bit.
Work to do. Grand inventor.
Don't want to go back to that one. But yeah, I was hoping I could kill this lord, because if we get rid of that, that's the last like full strength army that they've got. And then if they do attack you with everything they've got over the end turn, they can't. They're not going to consolidate it into 4 full stacks. Basically, it'll just be like 4 shit stacks coming at you.
Follow your order.
That's not good. Ugh. whatever.
No
It's
mercy.
fine.
Take what they have, then set them loose.
Alright, both of the lords died, I think.
Expert
Yep.
in innovation,
So, yeah, the leadership's improving.
burdened with
Okay.
brilliance.
We'll still end up with less than half. Hang on, just trying to see that fucking arrow. I don't think the big army's showing up. If I go for this one, because if we go for the big one,
'Tis the
as in this one
wisest
here,
path.
then get rid of Manfred and this one. And I don't know if they're dreading Incarnate or not, but yeah, what's left is shit.
For the Empire.
Force marching back over here, obviously being in force march would be tired, but like they don't have anything left that can do anything to you at this point.
My invention
You won't need the Helm of
serve
Grayskull anymore.
the Empire.
Okay, so attack that one there.
Battle
Also, there's another way we could just
preparations
pull him out of force march. I might have been able to auto resolve this if I had fought the other one manually, or it would have just said Valiant defeat regardless of whether they were full strength or not. We'll have to fight this manually because obviously we could lightning strike it, but then we wouldn't be getting the other guys. Now here's another bit of a silver lining. It's a bit weird, but if you go into battle damage like this and then heal, and then some of your units withdraw when they're at full strength, you don't actually really lose balance of power, sort of. It's a bit weird, because it's all about your starting balance of power, as determining the army losses. So if you start off a little bit weak, and then get stronger, and then get weaker again, well, you're still stronger than what you started at, basically. Like I said, it's a bit weird. This guy doesn't need to worry about that.
If I can craft the finest of machines, I
So
can
they'll take a
command
little
your
while to get their
battle.
shit organized.
Fear not, for you are safe in my hands.
And while that's going on, we'll just do some casual healing. That's probably a waste of magic. But we got plenty. Actually, go 4, and you go 2.
Blow deathly winds.
Which ones I'm using? Okay, well, okay. Get them out of there. They can get the last of their healing through Life Bloom. Actually, I'll give them the heal there. Oh, Manfred's freaking healing. This should be fine. We'll be able to handle that, no problem.
Wither and down. Brave danger. Moving. Set off.
Yeah, if you could lure their flying lords away, that'd be good. Maybe we should move a little bit further back this way. And yeah, just in case we end up getting routed. Just in case, bring him back.
War!
Death comes. On foot. Swift.
Need to get over here, pop down that purple sun. Actually, I'll overcast that one because we want it to do more damage. Extensive effect duration. That's not that good with vortex spells because they're usually out of the position that you want them in by that point anyway. And a wizard here is not super healthy.
By Ulrich's wrath!
Let's see. No, they're just direwolves. We'll be fine. We're not as cowardly as we were a few battles ago. It's fine.
Battle wizards!
Just keep them out of it.
Blow deathly winds. Brave danger. Swift.
This guy is on force march, so he's tired.
Death comes.
Should be. So we need to get everyone on the ground. So
Master engineer!
yeah, all of these get on the ground.
On foot. This way.
Gifted tinkerer! Get them! Shaman!
Good. Yep, he's dying super bloody quick there. That's what we want to see.
Wizard ready.
Untamed power.
Alright, that should be the end of Manfred. Let's see that's been an issue. Good.
Hearts will stop. Blow deathly winds.
What?
Yeah, if you keep their leadership in order, this works out really nicely, being in a wizard blob.
Death's door.
Got Blood Knights there, so they might do a little bit of damage to us, but should be fine.
Untamed
Because I also Fatal Visioned them.
power.
If they're coming at us in waves like this, it's no big deal.
Creators.
Gold rules all. Feel my might.
Depart.
The Empire.
Wizard ready. Grave danger. With haste.
Alright, so... I reckon the army losses should be any moment now. And they've
By Ulrich.
actually lost all their troops.
Amethyst wizard.
Well, they're good troops anyway.
Death comes. Blow deathly winds.
So, why hasn't the army lost... Okay, there it is.
A path.
Good. Alright, and I think that's the last battle we need to do. Just... him. And I think we actually managed to get all the heroes back up to full strength. Which is why I wasn't worried about auto-resolving that previous battle, because I suspected I'd be able to do that. Close victory. We end up with double the bounce power that we started with. Oh, it's pretty close. Look at that. It was really close, guys. I actually healed. Twice as strong. Very close. They almost got us. You know, as in they got close to us. Stupid, whatever. So yeah, we just force march back to the city, and he should be wiped out. Manfred comes back, but he's already lost one, so he should be wiped out.
Say not that we are unmerciful.
Yeah, they did. Alright, and if we have a look at the leadership, okay, they've still got more of them out there, but that is a big difference, you know, from 14 or whatever it was to 46. That is a big difference. And also, they barely have anything left, so that is... that's nothing.
Master engineer.
Yeah, they would be strong enough to be able to capture statues of the gods. And they're definitely going to make that attempt. But the thing is, they can only use 4 of these armies at a time. So, some of them have to remain in reserve. They don't have any good lords left anyway. Nothing particularly dangerous. Maybe this one.
Pioneer of truth.
But yeah, get back over to
Standard
here.
watch rotation.
And then, I would highly advise not having the Helm of Dreyska for this. We don't need it anymore. You can put it back on Gottrick. But I'll... Oh, okay. Well, it was on Gottrick, so... Oh, fuck me. Okay, I should be able to find him in here. Yeah, you can't take it off anymore. Like, straight away. So, he wanted it on Gottrick. Oh, God, where's Gottrick? Instead of Brockner. Oh, my God. What if I overlooked it already? There he is. But you can swap it like this. Yeah. Just you won't be able to take it off either. I don't know if that's what he... Okay, you've already got it on him. No. No. Put it back on this one then. Because at the end of the day, if this one does get killed by it, you've still got another Death Wizard in the army, so it's okay. And you can just save scum it anyway. So I'll save that there. Because it wasn't on Iron Man mode. It wasn't legendary though, wasn't it? Yeah. But I think that situation there is solved. Once again, clearing out another fucking endgame crisis for people. You had a great army. You just had to rearrange things a little bit. That's all. There was some inefficiencies, and it's such a big difference that you can make as well. But also, you were totally fucked by the luck of all of them having Dread Incarnate, which I kind of suspect console commands may have been used, and if that's the case, I'm okay with it. I think it was an interesting scenario. Anyway, that's the end of this one, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. Appreciate you, and we'll see you next time. Later, guys.